Welcome to Gaming with Uncle Greg. Today we're going to get the glide armor set and we're going to fully upgrade it so you can do something like this and become impact proof. So we're going to start our journey at the Linder's Skyview Tower and we're going to fly up to the very top of Courage Island that looks like a skull. I'm starting with this one because it's the easiest one to get to. We can fly directly to it. The other two, we actually have to make a flying machine to get there. So when you get to the top, just go to the terminal and it's gonna spark a cutscene. It doesn't really tell you what to do, but it puts a green ring at the end of the island and it's basically a diving challenge. So this is the Courage Island diving challenge and we have to do it more than once. It's a pretty simple challenge. You just have to dive and get inside the green rings. The first time we do this, it's to reveal the shrine that's down below. In this video, we're not going to do the shrine, so you can do the shrine on your own and check out my other videos for how to do that shrine. All right, once you get down, you want to talk to the construct, and now he's going to give you a real challenge, and you have to do it under 35 seconds. And this is a pretty easy challenge, but if you don't do it in under 35, he lets you do it over and over again. You just have to pay him a zonite charge. But if you do make it in under 35, he gives you the glide shirt. Okay, for the second location, to get the glide mask, we want to go to Mount Lenaru Tower, and we're going to fly up until we hit this platform in the sky, and there's an already built flying machine there for us. And as you approach, you're going to notice an enemy construct that's trying to shoot rockets at you. So we're going to take him out just so he doesn't bother us. And we'll just take our flying machine up to the very top of Valor Island, which is another skull island. And this is a pretty long journey straight up in the air. I mean, it took about 3 or 4 minutes just to get to the very top. And I definitely had to use some zonite charges to extend my battery life, so make sure you have an abundance of zonite charges with you. When you get to the top, just go to the terminal. It's going to activate the Valor Island gliding challenge, and make sure you have your glide shirt on for this. It's going to make it a lot easier. And you notice already that we can maneuver much better with the glide shirt on. Once you make it down, just go talk to the construct. He's going to give you the next challenge, and this is to get the glide mask. This challenge is definitely harder than the first one. There's a lot of clouds, you can't see what you're doing. The first couple times I did this, I actually smashed into the rocks. But eventually I got it to under 35 seconds, and I got the glide mask. Okay, for the final location, we're going to go to this Mayam Shrine, which is right above the Typhlo Ruins Tower. So we're going to take that tower up to this shrine, and that's going to be our starting point. We're going to run to the right, to the very edge of this island. And I'm going to make a flying machine out of 4 fans and a steering column. And I have this stored in my auto build, but if you don't have that, you can just make one manually. And we'll fly up to our final destination and gliding challenge on Bravery Island. And before you do this challenge, definitely make sure you have on the glide mask and the glide shirt. And you know the routine. When you get to the bottom, go talk to the construct. He's going to give you another challenge, this time for the glide tights. This was actually a lot easier than I thought it would be, and I did it on the first try. And then we get the final piece of the set, the glide tights. Now that we have all 3 pieces, let's upgrade them to level 4 so that we can become impact proof. This is what you need in order to get them all the way to level 4. So we need a whole lot of Keese wings, Aerocuda eyeballs and wings, Gleook wings, and Gibdo wings, and I'm going to show you where to get all 3. So let's start with Keese wings. A really easy place to get them is right outside of Lookout Landing. If you head out the front door and go to the left, down the road, there's an enemy cave, and right outside that cave is a whole flock of Keese. And I'm going to try to get as close as I can, and then I'm going to use a bomb arrow with a multi-shot bow to try to take out as many as I can. Collect all the parts, and then we're going to use the duplication glitch to make more wings. And here's how you do the duplication glitch. You want to start with any fruit, and you want to put everything on the ground except for one piece. And once you throw them down, you want to step back from them. Then you want to draw your bow, and you want to attach whatever it is you're trying to duplicate. Then you want to hit the plus button to go back into the menu. You want to eat the fruit that you left there, so there's 0 left. Then scroll over and disengage the bow. Hit the B button to go back to the main screen. Then you want to shield surf and hit the plus button right away. Go back in the menu. You want to go over to the materials, and you're going to notice that now there's a wing where the fruit used to be. You want to grab that, scroll down to the other wings, add 4 more, hit the map button, and then hit B. And it's going to drop 5 new Keese wings behind you. Just scoop them up and do it as many times as you need. We need a total of 30 Keese wings. When it comes to the Aerocuda wings and eyeballs, we can actually go right to Kakariko Village and buy them in the shop. They let us buy 3 at a time, so we're just going to get these and use the duplication glitch to get the rest. We're going to need a total of 45 eyeballs and 75 wings. For the Gibdo wings, we need to go out to the Gerudo Desert. The spot we're going to is right here, and you're going to notice there's a whole bunch of sand vortexes that lead into caves down below. So we're just going to take any one of them down. Once you get down there, you're going to notice a bunch of Gibdos, but we want the flying Gibdos, so just run around until you see a couple. I think there's 4 total. And basically what I like to do with them is use a shock arrow. It takes them out right away. We need 48 Gibdo wings for this, so duplicate as many times as you need. The final thing we need are Gleook wings. They're not that easy to kill, but there is one here right above the Gerudo Desert, up on this plateau. It really helps to have a multi-shot bow and a lot of eyeballs for this. I prefer the ice eyeballs. Once they notice you and the battle begins, you basically want to hit them with an eyeball arrow. And it's going to instantly hit them in the face and disable them. So you want to hit them a couple times. Once they're disabled, then you can attack them. Now, unfortunately, I made the mistake of falling all the way to the ground. So I have no choice but to use my bow and arrow to take them on. So you want to hit them in the head as many times as you can until they start getting back up. Once they start getting back up, you want to disable them with the eyeball arrows again. And then once they're disabled, you hit them in the head, do more damage. You might have to do that 3 or 4 more times. depending on the strength of the weapons that you're using. And once you're done beating them, you just want to go collect all the parts. We're going to need 48 Gleook wings for this. So just duplicate them as many times as you need to. Now we just go back to the Great Fairy Miha and we upgrade everything to level 4. Now let's go test it out. And just like that, we're impact proof. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.